So I wanted to answer these questions with a video reply because these are some really good questions for anybody who is just starting with the Amazon Influencer Program and you might not know how to navigate the back office. At first, I want to address though your comment here about having 800 views and no sales. You have to remember you are 10 days in, which means that you may have only had 6 days or so of the product even being on the product page. And maybe all of the products that you've uploaded haven't hit the product page, and maybe they won't. Amazon decides what products get put, or what videos I should say, get put on the product page. So you can go into all of those that you've uploaded and literally look at the page that you tagged, the actual product you tagged, and see if it's on the video carousel. There's usually a top and a bottom. Sometimes they take away a carousel. Sometimes they decrease the number of videos on the carousel. There is also an extension called IPX Chrome extension, and you just add that to your Google Chrome, and you will have to go into like the settings and set that up to, like, you just basically input your storefront URL in there and it will connect to your Amazon storefront. And when you go to your manage video tab, there'll be like a sidebar that basically tells you if your video is on top or bottom, or just kind of helps you know if your video made it to the carousel. Sometimes it's glitchy, sometimes it's not perfect, so don't rely on it 100%, but it's super helpful when you have a lot of videos. You can just kind of scroll through your manage video tab and see how many you have on the carousels. Otherwise, doing a few, since you just have a few videos, I'm assuming at this point, if you're only 10 days in, then it's a little easier. Once you get a lot more videos uploaded, you're going to want something like that extension. So don't worry too much about that. Don't worry about the views either. I don't even worry about views. I'm sure people are very analytical about stuff, and some people worry about their views, but I just want to make sure I'm making sales. And so if I see that, as I look at my earnings every day and my reports, I will see like, oh, that made a sale and I just put that video on, then that convinces me that it must be a decent video. If I have some that the video is no longer on the carousel, then that means Amazon looked at it like it's not converting, let's take it down, and someone else got my spot, and I may want to redo that video. Most of the time, I just move on until I find a good time to redo a video, and I just try to find something else to video. It just depends on what's important to you. If you have more items to do videos on, keep moving forward, and you can always go back later and find the videos that are not on carousels and haven't had many views at all, and probably those will be your ones you're going to want to redo a video on because they didn't perform well. So I seriously doubt you're doing anything wrong. It's just really early in the game. Make sure that you are making your videos just high quality. Do 2 or 3 really high quality points about the product. Hopefully you're doing something, if you can find something that is different than the other videos that are on the carousel. Maybe you have some secret about how to use this product better than anyone else. That's going to be one of your first talking points for your video. You want to deliver something very important to that customer right away, and it might entice them to even watch longer because you gave them information right away that was very valuable, and so they might want to listen to what you have to say for even longer. But it doesn't really matter so much how long they watch your video, as long as they watch some of your video. And to get them to watch that video, you have to make sure your titles are really enticing also. So it's kind of like a hook. You don't want your title to just be the title of the product, like what the name of the product is, because the customer knows what the product title is based off of the product page and the description. But your title needs to be a hook. You need it to be something that draws them in. So if you had some kind of a secret point maybe in your video that you really delivered on, that might be your title. You might need to tell the customer in the title that, hey, I'm going to tell you something in this video that you want to hear, but I'm not, you basically aren't going to tell them in the title. You're going to make them click in the video to do that. And you just have to be creative with that. You get better with that as time goes on. And, just keep moving forward with those. Now, with regards to your tax information and making sure things are in properly. The first thing I want to say is I wondered about the fact that you say you've made no sales and you're getting some high views, that maybe you're looking in the wrong place, and that means you might not be looking in your on-site um, ID. That is the on Amazon ID. You have to get to that by clicking on the right hand corner. You'll see like a number and your name or something up there in the corner of your Amazon account, and it has a drop down. You have to drop down and click on the second one that's usually your on Amazon. Apply that. It's going to change to your on Amazon ID. And then you will also see your report there, and that is where you'll see all of your earnings from your on-site sales. And for offsite, it is usually the first, it's the one you see your storefront with usually. So that one, you won't see as many sales unless you're literally like driving a lot of traffic and you have a lot of followers and you're making sales offsite. You're not going to see much with that. You might see clicks, and some of the clicks you see with your on-site, or I'm sorry, with your offsite is your own purchases and your own shopping. So don't get too hung up on clicks on that either, because most of the time, for me, it's myself shopping. And just make sure that both of your store IDs have your tax information and they both have your bank information. It's easiest to get paid by direct deposit. You can get paid by check, but they do charge a fee for that. It's like $10 or $15 per check. And I think there's some other ways like gift cards or something. I do direct deposit. I've had no trouble making sure that I had both of those store IDs covered with that information, and you will not get paid your first payout either until 60 days after your first sale. And then you will get paid at the end of the month after the 60-day period every single month, as long as you make sales every single month. They will deduct any returns back from your commissions. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. And sorry the reply took so long, and I'm sorry this video is so long.